Test, test.
Test, test. Test, test.
What's up, everybody? We're about to start our Caravan game that we play on Friday nights, and you could play with us by jumping into the description of this video and going to our Discord channel and looking up the Friday Caravan game. We play on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time. Right now we're on level 2 characters, so you should roll one up and jump in with us sometime. Anyway, here we go.
So what you're telling me is with the right blend of herbs and spices, they're delicious?
Yeah, kobolds probably taste like chicken. Yeah, that's not a thought I want to entertain, but yeah, probably.
Well, Ram's Rush can tell you that most things taste like chicken.
Oh my god.
All right, we're good.
All right, I'm just going to run down y'all real quick and have you do a quick intro. Wes, do you want to start?
Yes, I play Hiram, a level 2 warlock.
Pierre?
Hello, I'm Reprex. I play Ram's Rush, a lizardman fighter.
Rain?
Jared Benantman. I'm a centaur wizard. A very, very good wizard.
And then Dismal?
I play Kit, who is a kobold paladin.
All right. Do one of you guys want to do a quick summary of what happened last time?
Last time on the Caravan game, we joined our heroes in the snowy mountains. They were on a mission to find some items in a cave. On their way...
Record scratch. Heroes is in quotes.
Yeah, that seems legitimate.
Along the way, they stopped in a cave during a blizzard, where Hiram ended up murdering 2 innocent hunters in cold
Okay,
blood.
Ramsrosh helped in part of that, okay?
Ramsrosh also devoured their bodies, and then went into a hibernation state as the group continued on their way towards the cave and encountered, I don't know,
Were they Yetis?
abominable snowmen. Deranged mutant ninja, or deranged mutant killer monster snowmen.
No, they were deranged mutant ninjas. Yep, that's the word.
That's where we left off.
They were Yetis. Yeah, you guys just got done defeating the Yetis.
They got the fun defeating the Yetis, and the problem they encountered afterwards is that Jared Benantman's cart, what did you say, axle? It was damaged.
Yeah, your axle is cracked currently.
So we're every time we get it on and off, there's a chance that the wheel will break, and we're gonna just do what we can. So, we fashioned a sled. That's right. We tied it behind the horse. We tied it behind Hiram's horse named Glue.
Also, I'm pretty sure that Hiram threatened Kit at some point as well.
Yeah, a little bit.
There was no threat. It was just the eye point thing. Which Kit did back to him. So,
Watching you.
All right, so you guys have loaded everything back into the cart and, kind of gotten yourselves situated, and Scraw has kind of just nested down, and he appears to have gone back to sleep at this point, which isn't super uncommon for Scraw. He kind of spends a lot of his time napping and stuff like that, and so you guys don't pay it much mind.
He's not here with us tonight.
I think everybody got that, Brian. Like, I don't think that anybody needed that like spelled out for them or anything. Do you want to grab a whiteboard real quick and just write it on the board? Like, hey, just so y'all know, the fucking 2 people that listen to this that happen to also be in this game and only listen when they can't make it. Hey, just so you know, you weren't here. Anywho.
You see, Ripwrecks. Scraw is played by a guy named Chris. He's a truck driver,
Yes.
but he's home with
aware.
his family right now. That's why he couldn't make it to the game. So we got to come up.
I
with
muted him.
Yeah. Just like I don't know who was missing last time, and his character was in hibernation. Let me think.
No Zabignu either now.
Right?
Oh shit! Where's Coward? Okay, I'm gonna. Zavignu might join us. We'll see.
All right.
But anyway, carry on.
So anyway, you guys continue heading down the road north for probably a few more hours until this forest really starts to get thick. And maybe 20, 30 minutes after that, you do see a break, and basically the way that the pine boughs are kind of intersecting with each other, they create a canopy. And so like the snow is nowhere near as deep as it is out on the road where it doesn't have anything to kind of catch the snow. Like there's still some kind of drifts that go up a couple of feet, but it definitely looks like it would be easier going down this path than it has been down the road, because I think we established that it was like 4 feet deep or something like that last time. Not that that's super important, but at the most it's about 2 feet deep in a couple of drift spots, at least at the beginning of this this trail that's sort of leading off towards a northwestern direction. And you guys don't even need to roll for it. You're pretty positive that this is exactly what Hetty was talking about.
All right, we found it.
Sorry, did you say we found the cave?
No, you found the path that leads to the cave.
The path? Yes.
How much longer do you reckon?
Don't
much longer?
know.
How much longer do we reckon?
I don't think y'all have any idea. I don't think anybody bothered to ask how far it was. I think y'all just were like, yeah, okay, we're gonna do that.
I'm pretty sure the cave will be on either the side of a cliff or a mountain, probably. So, do I see that over the trees?
Oh yeah, you guys are up in, higher elevation, and you can see that there are mountain peaks all around y'all. Like you guys are up in some pretty high elevation right now, and so it's not a stretch to believe, because even if you had continued going north, there are still mountains in the distance. But like if you guys are going at this northwestern direction, they do seem quite a bit closer. If one of you guys want to roll a survival check, you can try and
I will
judge.
Mm, 22.
You think a couple hours at most.
That will be to the mountains? What'd you say?
Correct.
Okay. Couple more hours, I'd reckon. We'd better find some real good treasure in this cave. It's going to take a pretty penny to repair this damned cart.
Yes, lots of silver.
Jared, would you prefer if we put your goods on this little sleigh behind glue, and that way you won't have as much to carry? It'll be right next to you.
Not on your life.
Kit's over there sitting on the sled being dragged behind. He's got a shield in front of him, so all the snow being kicked up by the horse doesn't hit him. He's just like huddling down behind it on the back of his sled.
I love that visual so much.
As you're talking about putting stuff on the sled, the kid's like looking around, like, where are we gonna put it?
Jared is more scared of being robbed by his party member in the middle of nowhere than trying to see his wagon.
I don't have wagon insurance. All the items in here suddenly became a whole lot more valuable.
So as you guys travel on for more time, you do notice that you're starting to ascend, and you're definitely moving into higher elevation. And as you guys, go for another hour, excuse me, and you start to get into sort of the foothills at the base of these mountains, the trees are definitely not as closely compacted. The soil seems to be a little bit more rocky, and so like there are still definitely trees. There's still some decent cover, and the trail is not tremendously bad. Like you guys are making good time, but you definitely can tell that you're starting to move more into the mountains. And why don't you guys go ahead and make me a perception check?
It's sunny out,
Kit,
yeah?
I'm gonna say that you are in disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. God damn it, I dropped a nat 20.
My perception is just okay.
It's 22.
That's pretty good.
15.
8.
Oh, we're all doing it? I thought you wanted one. Sorry. 14.
Hold on, let me just quick roll my eyeballs back from the back of my head because I rolled so fucking hard at you, Brian.
You only asked one of us to roll a survival check.
Oh, anyway, so Hiram, you can see that that up ahead of you, the trail kind of opens up into sort of a clearing, and you can see that there is not a cliff face, because it doesn't look like it's not tall enough that you would necessarily call it a cliff. It's more of like a ridge, and it's not like 90 degrees, using the snow into the wall. It's more of like 110, you know what I mean? Like it still goes up at a fairly drastic angle, but not impossible to climb or anything like that. And
Okay.
you can definitely see though that there is a gap in this stone. You would estimate that it's actually a fairly sizable one, just given how far you are from this ridge, and just, you know what I mean, like just judging by the fact that you can see it from this far away, because you would guess that you're still probably a solid quarter mile, maybe a little bit less away from it.
Right.
Well, anyway, you guys proceed for maybe 5 more minutes or so, and now you guys have gotten up into the clearing. It's a little bit tough pulling for you, Jared, just because of like just the rockiness of the terrain, and some of these drifts kind of disguise them a little bit. So you get a little bit hung up, and let's go ahead. High or low, Brian?
Low.
Yeah, you're golden. Yeah, like I said, you struggle to kind of pull it up and over, and there are a few times where one of your wheels kind of drops a little bit hard off of a rock, and you like wince just a little bit, but everything seems to kind of like, you don't hear any cracking or anything like that, and so everything feels like it's still pretty together.
When you said it, I
And
winced in real
Scraw
life.
doesn't
too.
even move. Like, what?
When you said it, I winced in real life too.
And you just hear Scraw in the cart just like just snoring away and just having the best. Whereas everybody else that's riding in the cart, is just having the bumpiest and worst ride ever. Like,
I'm going
it's,
to I'm going to intentionally miss one of these weeks sometime just to hear you impersonate me.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. It'll probably sound a little bit like Mickey Mouse.
Okay, so after we continue on for a few minutes, I'm going to point out what I saw to the rest of the party. So now we're all aware of this.
Well,
So go ahead. Sorry.
I'm only half aware because I was only half listening.
Fair enough. Well, as you guys roll up into this clearing more, you all can, without any sort of a check, you can see that there's this large gap in the stone. And why don't you all make me an investigation check or insight, whichever you prefer, as you're kind of rolling up to this entrance.
All right. 19 insight.
Nice.
14 insight.
12 insight.
10
10 what?
Okay, so
insight.
Wow, we're terrible investigators.
We're all dumb. We're all dumb people, apparently.
So Kit, as you get closer, one of the things that you notice first about this entrance is some of the stone is sort of like set back, and the way that it's hewn is rough on the outside, but like where it's sort of broken, you can see that it's very worked. And you almost think that at one point this entrance might have been hidden.
Hmm. Ah.
And you definitely think that there's some sort of a trigger mechanism or something like that nearby this entrance for sure.
Ah, yes. This looks similar to what my family used to make. So watch out for pointy things. Or traps. Or maybe mechanism to open some more of this. See the stone? It's different here. Very different. Important difference. So, anyway.
Well then, my good lizard, perhaps you ought to investigate further.
This kid kind of turns around wide-eyed. Me?
You're the one that seems to know about these things, having, what did you say, ancestors or family members. You ought to be able to find traps better than any of us.
I'll actually give you advantage if you want to investigate it.
Okay, I'll use investigation. Sounds good. That good -1.
Sweet -1.
All right, here we go. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a 9.
Okay, so because one of the things that I don't like about D&D is that there's no mixed successes in it. And I was going to make it a 10. So instead, so basically you're going around and you're hopping up onto stuff and looking at some things and you're just pointing out all of these different areas, and Hiram is kind of staying close to you while you're doing that. And he sort of leans up against the ridge face, and his hand just pushes in this rock just a little bit. And you start to hear this stone sort of grinding. And those spots that you noticed were different, they start to recede, and the entrance starts to get wider. Not by a whole lot. It seems as though the majority of this rock door, I made air quotes when I said that, it seems like the majority of it has already been kind of broken away, but the mechanism is still working.
Well done, lizard man. I'm ashamed to say I doubted you.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, Kit's gonna just like
Now.
shrug a little bit, like,
Don't be so modest. And also, I wasn't talking to you, Ramsrosh. I was talking to the other lizards. God,
Oh,
why do we have so many lizards?
Right as you
no,
say that,
horse friend.
pulls out a lizard from
Don't
his
know.
pocket and holds it up.
oh my god.
Are we able to see inside this cave?
Do you have dark vision?
No.
Kit does.
You can see inside. Like the sun is sort of cascading in there. Let's say maybe 30 feet, and beyond that, though, it's dark.
All right. Hold on. Oh.
Ramsrosh is taking out a torch from his backpack. And he lights it.
What do you reckon? There's something living in that cave.
Could be. Maybe. Maybe not.
That's
Kobolds in
what-
the last cave.
I would rather know now than once I'm in. I cast light on a bolt and or arrow or whatever the hell I'm using to shoot. Short bow. So I short bow my arrow into the cave with light cast on it.
Yeah, as soon as you
Why
cast
don't
light,
you
Kit's gonna
roll
like.
me an attack, bro?
Yeah, as soon as you
What's
as soon as
that
you cast light, Kit's like hands over eye, like.
We're in a better position to run now than if we'd already entered. My attack is a 16.
So you let this arrow loose, and you can see the bright light traveling down this cave. It seems to be like at this entrance, it's about 15 feet wide. Now that Kit's kind of gotten the rest of that door out of the way, and it seems to stay about 10 feet wide, going pretty far back, and you can just see that faint light in the distance. And why don't you make me a perception check with advantage while you do that?
That's a 10.
Yeah, I didn't catch it if you said
Oh,
a number.
I'm
I'm sorry.
I said that's a 10.
So the only thing that you notice is that you clearly see that there was definitely sconces, like some sort of like these little metal things that are filled with maybe oil or something like that. Like definitely something that you could light to create light source moving forward.
Well,
But other than that, nothing. It just looks like a cave.
it appears we can light our way. I don't know how deep this goes, but that may aid in preventing us from getting lost if it is a maze in there. Who would like to go first?
Kit's just gonna start walking.
Ramsrosh will follow.
Is there any sort of heavy cluster of trees or brush or anything that's like heavy foliage? I want to hide my card if I can.
So you would have to go back out of this clearing a little ways and kind of more into this pine forest in order to really get some good cover. But you also think that you could probably get this cart fairly deep into the cave.
I don't feel great about it. Well, actually I will, because if we find a ton of loot, I'll want to have it. So yeah, I'll wheel it in with us.
I'm going to bring Glue in with me because I figure Glue can travel as far as Jared can, right?
Mhm.
I mean, physiologically speaking.
I think
Yeah.
actually Glue is faster.
Yeah, Hiram
I think
probably,
horses
just
are
saying-
60.
Hiram probably weighs as much as a cart.
Wow.
I just mean it could travel through the same height or width of a tunnel as Jared can.
I'm probably gonna have
Oh
to.
yeah,
Never mind.
100%.
Never
Like,
mind.
yeah, no, absolutely, Wes. Yes, 100%.
Well, I'm gonna follow behind Kit.
Rams rush there.
I'm gonna follow behind Ramsrush.
All right,
I'll
so we got
be-
Hiram taking up the rear then. Yep. Dope. Okay, so you guys, this cave has clearly been hewn into the stone. This part is not natural. Like, you don't need to make a check for that. Like, you can see where there are clearly pick marks, and there aren't like there definitely isn't any sort of like tracks for carts for carrying any like ore or anything out though. And so you don't think that this is a mine.
I would like to.
Are you guys lighting sconces as
I
you
would
go?
like.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead,
I'd like to
guys.
state that
Yes, I am.
I'm lighting sconces on the right side only.
Okay.
Oh,
That way we know which way we came in if we get turned in a circle.
Okay. Anybody else have anything?
Is there loose rock or gravel?
Yeah, there definitely is. It's mostly been cleared out from like the main path, but definitely along the edges where the walls meet the floor, there's definitely lots of loose rock and gravel and stuff like that. And it just seems like enough people have kind of traveled down this to sort of clear out the rubble from the center of it. Like, it definitely doesn't look like somebody went through and like scraped at the sides or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Kit's gonna
I'm
grab
gonna.
a handful of stones and then find like a really long, flat, oblong one and start flipping that between his fingers.
Okay.
I'm gonna use one of my invocations to cast mage armor on myself.
How long does that last?
This says 8 hours.
All right, dope. Sweet. That's all I needed to know. Thank you.
Ramsrosh, Hiram, did this bartender woman tell you anything else about this cave besides alleged treasures inside?
Danger.
Oh. You see, perhaps I'm misremembering, but I think you failed to mention that when we left.
I did.
I recall calling it a gamble.
A gamble was supposed to be whether there would be treasure or not. I didn't expect. Did she even say what kind of danger?
Kills lot of people.
I think orcs. Orcs. Yes. Yes.
Can I fall behind Hiram?
I believe what
You can
she
try.
said was that many people don't return.
I'm gonna just light a sconce for a really long time, hoping that Hiram gets ahead of me.
Are you going to pass him, Hiram, or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna pass him.
All right, I'm taking up the rear.
Yeah, you're taking up the rear then. So you guys continue down this tunnel for a while. You would estimate a mile, probably. And after that amount of time, it opens up into sort of a clearing, and there are a couple of I can't remember which one is which. Which one's on the floor? Stalagmite or stalactite?
Midas.
My tight is the top, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are definitely stalactites on the ceiling, but there are a bunch of them on the floor that look as though they have been kind of like, they look almost too perfect. And if anybody wants to make an Arcana check, you can.
Yeah.
I
No,
would
Kit's
like-
not even gonna roll that.
I would like to apologize to the two viewers out there for how excited I was to know the difference between might and tight. I'm a little ashamed of myself.
I'll make an Arcana check.
Okay, go ahead.
That's 15.
Ram's Rush
You-
knows a lot with 2.
So, Hiram, you look at these and you can't really see. So, like, you've seen stalagmites and stalactites before, and normally, kind of the way that they form is, sort of with these layers and they kind of fold over on top of each other. And these look like they appeared instantly. And so you think that the only possibility would be magic. And so I'm just going to, before you guys go ahead, let me finish describing what this room looks like. And so these stalagmites are around a large hole. The hole is about 10 feet in diameter, and there are so many ropes going down into it and just tied to these various stalagmites that are around this hole. Other than that, this room is about 50 feet in diameter. It's not really a perfect circle, but it's kind of like egg-shaped almost, so it's not quite as wide as it is long, but it's fairly close. And like I said, you just have this giant 10-foot pit with a bunch of ropes leading down into it.
And the stalagmite are all around it, you said.
Yeah, and the ropes are tied to these stalagmites.
Not suspicious at all.
So
I am a very strong person in my horse body, but I don't think I'll be climbing down that rope.
I've investigated these stalagmites, and there's something strange about them. They don't appear natural to me. I believe their origin is more magical than natural.
Okay.
Yes, I deduced the same.
Ramsrosh, my friend, might you help me for a moment?
Yes. What do you need?
Come over here and I don't know where I was going with that voice. Grab these ropes and start pulling it up, and let's see if anything strange has happened to the other side.
And before as you get there, he's gonna walk up. Wait. And he's gonna, as he's like got his hands out in front of him, he's gonna take one of the pebbles he's still got in his hand, like flick it over his shoulder into the pit.
Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
And it's not vision, so you're fine.
Well, we're in a cave, so I wouldn't have an issue anyway.
Well, they have a lot of light going on, though.
This is fair. This is fair. All right. That is an 11.
So you hear nothing for maybe, let's call it 10 seconds, and then you just hear plunk, as though it splashed down into water. And I'll actually, with that perception check, you can sort of, like, the air smells salty.
Are we close to an ocean? Like, geographically
I mean,
speaking?
Crystal Cliff was on an ocean, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I want to dismount from my cart, take the tarp and poke some holes in it, and I want to start threading one of the ropes through to fashion a sort of net so that we could lower it down and haul stuff up if they do find any loot. I can't go down anyway, so that's kind of how I'm going to spend my time.
Well, I rolled an int check for Ram's Rush, but he failed it, so he doesn't know what's going on.
Fair enough.
So, are any of you going down?
Well, we'll need to. And Ram's Rush is going to try to apply Irem's plan and try pulling on the ropes.
So as
Yes,
you guys
just-
start to, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, just pull one up and see if anything strange is on the other end. So,
Okay, so let's say you go and you grab one of the silk ones, just because they're much stronger and nicer ropes, and there's just a much better likelihood that it would have survived any period of time. And so you start kind of spooling it up around your arm, and you notice that you spool up the first little bit, and it's then knotted in a very well done knot, and then you've got another length of this silk rope that you're still spooling it up kind of next to you in a nice little ring that you could easily kind of pick up and carry around or whatever. Then you get to another knot, and when you kind of fully pull it up, the bottom probably 4 feet of this rope are waterlogged, and there are salt crystals that are formed on it.
Lizard man. Kit. How far down this hole can you see?
So Kit's gonna like commando crawl over to the edge and stick his face just over the lip and stare down.
What's the distance on your dark vision?
60 feet.
So you know that there's water down there, but you can't see it.
And he's gonna go, not far enough. Nope. More than I can see.
I don't know exactly how this works. If I cast light on one of the hanging ropes, will it light all the way down to the bottom?
That's a good fucking question. I think so.
It's a
If you
single.
I think
Well,
you would have to cast it on, because
Gotta-
technically it's 3 ropes.
Oh.
And so
Tied together.
you have to do it 3 times, but
Oh.
I mean, I don't see why not. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Yeah.
so the one we pulled up with the salt and stuff on it, I'll light, and then we can throw it back down.
Yep.
He still
Okay.
can do this while Kit's just like hanging out over the edge.
I mean, one of the things that you guys do know is that the standard length for a spool of rope is 50 feet.
Oh, okay. Okay. So can we see all the way down now?
Oh yeah.
And
There is
can we tell how
there is
much?
a much larger opening down there. You would guess that it's maybe 150 feet below you. And you can actually see the glint of what looks to be some metal near the edge of this water that these ropes are all descending down into.
I cut out. What did we find down there? Near the edge of the water?
You
See metal.
you see there's the glint of some metal.
Okay.
Like, you don't think it's precious metal, you think that it's steel or iron or something like that.
all right, I have a question for you, Tim. I have unseen servant. It says that as a bonus action per turn, I can mentally command it to move up to 15 feet. The duration is 1 hour. So could I, turn after turn, slowly have the unseen servant shimmy down a rope 15 feet at a time?
Yes, but what would be the
Technically, yeah.
purpose?
Yeah, what are you doing with it?
Live bait.
It's
I want to
invisible.
see. I want to see if it dies, if it gets into the water, and see if it can move over. I just want to see what happens if something goes down there.
Can you see through
Okay,
its
so-
senses or communicate with it?
don't think
No,
so.
no.
Oh,
No,
it's,
he's just sending an invisible
just
servant
a-
down there to see if it gets attacked.
it's just a fancy mage hand, essentially.
Basically, yeah.
A far less efficient one.
So
I think by the numbers.
you spend a considerable amount of time waiting as your unseen servant starts making its way down the rope. And eventually, you know, after, I don't even know how long that would take, 10 minutes, something like that at 15 feet of fucking crack. I don't even know. But anyway, and he gets down and basically he gets, you know, sort of in the middle of this pool of water, and you can then kind of command him where to go from there if you'd like.
Perhaps he could swing back and forth and try to find land or ledge or what have you.
It'd be about 3 minutes, by the way.
Mr. Physics
fair
over
enough.
here.
Okay, well, climbing speed's halved going down, so that's 7, and then it's 70 feet a minute,
Okay,
and it's
so-
150 feet down, so about 3 minutes.
Wait,
enough.
100. Oh no. Then no, this wouldn't work because it can't move more than 60 feet away from me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you weren't going to learn anything through it anyway, so
All right, but
At this point,
I didn't know it was 160 feet down. I thought it was. You said that it was a 50-foot rope, didn't you?
and there's 3 of them. Wes.
3 50-foot ropes.
Oh,
Kit,
all right. Well,
yeah,
that
Kit's
was a
about to
waste of
slide
time.
down.
Kit the little lizard. I reckon you're the lightest.
Yeah, Kit's like tapping his foot, waiting for this whole entire thing to
Well-
go down. Like, all right, and then just like picks a rope and just starts going.
Wait,
What? Hmm?
you're lightest, but Ram's Rush can swim.
Yeah. Yes. So I can swim too.
Not as good as Ram's Rush.
Okay. I don't plan on falling.
Ram's Rush will show you his ends that are, made for swimming because there's fin between them.
Webbed?
I don't remember how they are.
Yeah, they're
webbed.
webbed.
Yeah.
Little
Kit's just
lizard.
gonna
Little
Kit's
lizard
just gonna look
man.
at you.
If this humanoid lizard wants to hurl himself into the dangers of darkness, do you really want to argue?
You can come too. I'm just bored.
Agreed.
So
Very well.
Kit's actually gonna attempt to slide down about 100 feet.
Ram's Rush will take another one of the silk rope and go down.
Okay, I'm assuming Kid is not on the glowing one, since that would
No,
be
God,
really
no.
awful.
No, that'd be so bad. He's taking the one next to it.
So why don't you guys both roll me an athletics check? Just don't roll bad.
Okay. Well, at least good thing I'm proficient in this, otherwise it'd be a negative. Oh my god. You said don't roll bad, right?
I did, yes.
How does a natural 1 coming to a 2 sound?
Ooh.
Ram's Rush got 9 on his side.
Okay.
God damn.
So Ram's Rush, you sort of position yourself in like the rappel position.
We did establish
sort of-
Kit went first, right?
They're on separate ropes.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So anyway, so Ram's Rush, you sort of kick off, and you burn your hands a little bit on the rope as you're rappelling down a little bit, but it's not super bad. You manage to get down as far as you want without any problem. Kit, you do the exact same thing. Like, you position yourself in the rappel position, and right as you go to kick off, your hands just start sweating and they slip completely off. And you start hurtling towards this water.
Lady
And-
Verdun, no!
Can I try and catch him? Like by
Yeah, I'll give
kicking
you an
off the
acrobatics.
wall and trying to catch him.
Yeah, I'll give you an acrobatics. You're going to have to roll really well.
How does a 23 sound?
Oh shit.
Yeah, that sounds like okay. So basically, at the same time that happens, you let go of the rope with one of your hands and just basically allow yourself to kind of start sliding down at this intense controlled speed. And right as you get into the plane that you figure you're going to intersect with Kit, you lock that hand into position, kick off with one leg, and swing yourself over, and you just grab him by the britches. And he's not very heavy, so that like it's not really a problem to hold him, but like he's just sort of dangling there as you know you've got him by the back of the britches, and he's like,
The lady provides.
"You got him, Rembrush."
Yep. Yeah, Kit,
Be
I think
more careful.
Kit like Giran all weighs maybe 45 pounds.
Yeah, and I, well, once I go back, I put him, have him grab the rope, like, over me, so that if he falls on me, and I should be able to catch him again.
Okay.
So, Kit, would you like to re-roll me an athletics check, please?
Oh no. I should use a different die, but I'm not going to, because I live on the dangerous side.
I too like to live dangerously.
Well, here's the best part about that. That's a natural 20.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's like, 120. You know, what's the difference? Stupid tie.
So Ramsrosh kind of lifts you up and he places you onto the rope. And for whatever reason, your hands went from ultra sweaty to just bone dry. And you are clinging onto this rope for dear life. And Ramsrosh starts making his way down. And you almost effortlessly at this point follow, maybe... Let's say you're 10 feet up above him, just trying to keep a little bit of space in between y'all. How far do you guys want to go down?
As far down as I can, actually, before I hit the water.
Okay, so yeah, you go all the way down.
I was going to say about 40 feet above the water. Was where I going to stop. Because I have a thing I want to do at 40 feet up.
Okay, so we'll deal with you first then, Kit. Why don't you go ahead and make me a perception check real quick so I can describe to you a little bit of what you see, and then you can do your thing.
Okay. That's a 4. This die is so hot and cold.
So you pause for a second, and you're looking down, and the water appears to be pretty calm, but it's very dark and brackish looking. And you think that there is some stuff laying on the shore, but you're just having a hard time. You're having a hard time telling what it is at this distance. And so yeah, you can go ahead and do your thing. This room, this entire opening is much larger. You would estimate that that just this opening of water is probably 75, 80 feet in diameter. And so you would estimate that there's at least 20 feet of shore in the rest of this cave. So I mean, there's a pretty decent. This is a fairly sizable little opening, and this does not look worked to you. Like the part that you dropped into definitely looked like it was hewn from stone. But this area seems natural.
Gotcha. Okay. So actually Kit's seeing that this is the diameter is going to hop down about another 10 feet and then do Divine Sense.
Okay.
Which I'm trying to... It's right. I have the page open for it. Why is it... There it is. Divine Sense. Here we go. So here we go. The presence of strong evil registers to your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music to your ears. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind a total cover You know this. You know the type of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. Within the same radius, you also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell. You can use this feature times equal 1 plus your charisma modifier a day.
And what's the range on it?
60 feet.
Okay. So this isn't technically one of them, but I'm going to give it to you anyway because this was a really good idea. You're very positive that there is an incredibly evil creature that you know to be called a marrow.
Oh,
They
I was
are.
gonna say, it wouldn't even tell me that. It would just say evil presence.
Oh, okay. So just super evil.
Yeah,
Like,
it just
you
smells
definitely
real
ping-
bad all of a sudden as I cast this.
Yeah, like, and it's coming directly from the water.
Don't go in the water. There's evil in the water. There's evil in the water.
Should have taken the unsigned servant down.
Say again?
He's talking about his unseen servant that this creature wouldn't be able to see at all.
It would smell it or something, right? Like
No, it's magic, Wes.
like a small child to throw down there as bait.
You're
You guys
definitely
pretty
not
much
a man
said.
of God.
So what is Ramsrosh doing, Riprex?
Well, when he hears there's an evil in the water, he gets a bit back up and try to spot it in the water.
Go ahead and make me a perception.
Eight.
So you're looking around and the water is definitely dark and brackish. The smell of salt is heavy in the air. You can see that over on the shoreline, though, there is armor like stacked up. Like you definitely don't see any bones or anything like that, but you see what you think is like plate mail and breastplates and like you see some tower shields and things like that, and they're not like all in one area, you know what I mean? Like they're kind of spread out, and excuse me, basically the way that it looks is though there's basically just like piles of heavy equipment just left near the shore of this water.
Ramsrush will turn back up and say, "Well, I don't think we can get to shore without getting in the water."
The water is evil.
Are they still hanging on the ropes?
You could probably hear this like echoing back up this time.
How well has sound traveled in here?
You can hear exactly what they're talking about. I don't think that they're making an effort to be quiet. So yeah, you hear it.
Okay, because it's too far for me to cast message. How are things going down there? You still alive?
No, wait, yes.
What do you see?
Evil water.
Armors, good ones.
Good harbor, evil water.
Armor.
Could you specifically make me a perception check with advantage?
Okay. Yeah, he's been like furiously like looking around trying to spot the evil in the water and not doing a great job because that's a 13.
You actually think you see the water sort of roil up a little bit in an air so you guys are sort of in the you guys are sort of in like the southern, like the southeastern corner of this, and maybe 25 feet away from you, Kit, in sort of the northwestern corner, you definitely see a disturbance at the at like the surface of the water.
Can you swing the rope to get to shore?
Ram's Rush, look! There! Water move! Moving water!
Ram's Rush will turn to the spot where the water, where Kit is pointing.
Yeah, as soon as he points it out to you, it takes no effort. Like you spot it immediately. It's you would estimate that it's probably a creature about your size, maybe a little bit bigger.
Not that big. We could take it.
And I can hear what they're saying, right?
Correct.
I'm gonna go to the rope that Kit is hanging on and start pulling it up.
Kit is on the same
what
rope
kinda-
as Ram's Rush right now.
Yeah, so that's going to be a heavy
Are
rope,
they?
bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right. Jared, come here.
What is
And
it?
I think we need to pull them up.
Pull them up. They just got down there. They haven't even gotten the treasure yet.
They said something is in the water.
What? They're just being little. Just hold on one moment.
I'm going to take my playing cards and just kind of start throwing them down by the bunch and letting them float down into the water and see if it baits anything.
What are you doing?
If there's anything down there, perhaps we'll find out. I would rather it go after these stupid playing cards than my only access to that armor.
All right, I call down to Kit. What is your plan?
Wait, we using bait? Okay.
Oh, God.
And Ram's
Just come
Rush will just throw his bag full of, remnant into the water.
All right.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. So you are you just tossing the whole bag, or are you like opening up and actually like dumping it out to create chum?
I open it up and try to throw it like about 10 feet from me.
Okay. So when that hits the water, you watch it kind of float there for a second or two, and then you see the water sort of like bubbling around it just a little bit, and it just gets dragged down under the water.
Did I get a better look at what took it?
Why don't you go ahead and make me a perception check? I hope you roll well.
17.
Yes, actually you do then. So you can sort of see the shape of what appears to be like a fish-like tail, but you definitely can tell that there are also like human-like arms and a human-like torso and head. And there are other fins sort of on this creature's back, sort of making it appear as though it has wings almost. And
Ooh.
it's hard for you to tell what color it might be at this distance. If you want, you could make a nature check and see if you know what it is.
I'll try.
I mean, not that you guys don't already know what it is, since I already accidentally revealed it.
It's a
6.
man.
Yeah, you're not
Ram's
sure what it is,
Rush.
but it's definitely something weird.
Well, it's human size.
It's a little bit bigger than a human, but it's human shaped for part of it, and it's fish shaped for part of it.
All right. Ram's Rush thinks that he can take it.
Ariel.
Fair. Oh, and it's holding a spear in one of its hand, by the way.
Yeah, no. Ram's Rush still think it's not a problem.
Sounds good.
Seriously. Can't take that. Small and weak.
What is Ram's Rush like? Looking like he's like prepping to jump at it.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
actually. Actually, he's preparing another part of his bag to throw near him and probably jump when it tries to come and eat it.
Do take care down there. I've no treasure without you two.
His eyes just go super wide. Uh-oh.
Okay,
Then his eyes just narrow. It's like, okay, I guess we're doing this. This is what we're doing now. Okay.
so you toss more parts into the water, and again, a few seconds go by, and it starts to bubble around it, and then go ahead and make me an acrobatics or athletics, your choice, and then an attack roll.
So 21 for the athletic.
Okay.
And do I get the charge bonus or something for? Oh no, there's no more charge bonus. Right.
I'll give you advantage though, because you're going to catch this thing by surprise. That was a good athletics.
Okay, so because I had advantage, it's a 20 to hit.
All right. So you can go ahead and roll damage, but so as soon as you see the bubbles start to appear, you've already kind of let go of this rope that you've been sort of swinging to create a little bit of momentum, and you leap into the air. What kind of a weapon do you use again, Ramsrush?
Since it's gonna be an underwater fight and Ram's Rush is used to it, he's gonna bite since he knows that doesn't get impeded by water.
Oh, dope. Okay. So your mouth is just wide like Michael Jordan. Your tongue's hanging out. Except for, unlike Michael Jordan, who is leading with his hands when he's going to do something like that, you're leading with your face. Like you've got both arms back in like a swan dive, just mouth agape, your tongue sort of lolled out to the side and just like drool and spittle sort of running down the sides of your face. And go ahead and roll me damage.
Nine.
All right. So this thing like grabbed onto let's say that there's like a foot with sort of like a little bit of meat sort of left on it, and it has that in one of its hands, and it looks like it's about to take a bite of it, and you just appear out of nowhere, just bubbles and water everywhere, and you just bite right into his collarbone area, sort of neck, and just tear out a chunk of flesh. There's excuse me, there's blood in the water, and this thing like yells out, but you only get like that bubble sound and that really muffled sort of. Do you speak Aquan?
No.
Okay. So yeah, you definitely don't hear anything, you don't understand what it says, but you can tell by the tone that it's not happy about it. And we'll go ahead and roll initiative then.
Oh boy.
And I just rolled a nat 20.
Oh Lord.
And then What is that? That's that's right. 7 for Kit.
Okay.
Ram's Rush got 18.
All right. So that will bring us to this sea creature first, who is... He's just gonna bite at you and claw at you with his multi-attack.
All right.
You're in kind of close proximity.
17 AC.
Well, that first one isn't gonna hit. That's a 10. Oh, okay. That second one will though. So yeah, the second one is 19 to hit. So yeah, we're good on that one. And you will take. Whew. You will take 11 points of piercing damage as this thing bites you back.
Oof.
All right. That is uncomfortable.
And it's your turn now, sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna bite at it again.
Okay.
$18 to it.
Oh yeah.
For 6 damage. And
Oh yeah. You. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
well, you can describe it. I can do that. It's my bonus action this round that I was gonna do. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Describe
he. Yeah. You basically just go right back into that same spot that you just bit into before, and you tear out another chunk of flesh, and you can actually see the white bone of his collarbone as you sort of tear more of this skin and flesh away, and more blood is filling the water, both yours and his, and yeah. So go ahead and do your bonus.
I'm gonna use Second Wind to regain a D10 plus my fighter level of HP.
All right.
So I regain 7 HP.
Oh, awesome. So yeah, you're just so in tune with your body that you can almost just will the bleeding to stop. And you just like fucking, I don't know. I don't like, one thing about like the healing surge that doesn't make any sense to me is like, I don't know. It's weird, but anyway. But yeah, you look better and feel better. And that will bring us to you, Kit. What are you doing, bud?
So he's within 5 feet of this thing in the water, right?
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah, Kit's gonna completely just try and attempt to swan dive off the rope, rapier in hand, and stab right into it.
Acrobatics, please, sir.
That I can do. Let's see, maybe. I've now jinxed myself.
Right?
Well, that's a 19.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and roll an attack with advantage.
Pack tactics. Let's see here. Whoa. That is a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah.
And that is 5 damage.
All right. So Kit, I'm gonna say that you're basically turning yourself into a kobold lawn jart.
Pretty much. For the lady!
And you just turn yourself into a tiny missile with that rapier right out in front of you, and you just drive it down into basically the same area that Ramsrosh has already been attacking. And as you pull it back out, like this dude's right arm is looking rough. Like you guys are just like, at this point, you can safely say that he is bloodied. Do you have any bonuses or anything that you want to do?
Nah, I'm good. I'll save my smite for later.
All right, and so that'll bring us back to this thing, who is... He is actually going to take a full round to disengage you, Ram's Rush and Kit. And... Sorry, I'm just trying to get the water movement speed.
No worries. I'll edit it out and post. Oh, wait.
Nice.
Oh, jokes.
I'm so ready for Kit with his
Um,
15 swim speed to do super great now.
Oh, just hold
Oh,
on.
he only has a 30-foot swim speed. I thought it would have been way better than that, but okay. So yeah, he takes the full round to disengage and moves 30 feet away from you guys. And he's moving deeper into the water, like basically straight down.
What have Jared and Hiram seen of this? I mean,
You guys
can we see
definitely
all the way
saw
down there?
them wrestling with each other. Like you definitely saw Ram's Rush dive after him. You definitely saw Kit dive after him, and you probably saw a faint. Like you probably saw the thing moving around, but you definitely cannot see this creature anymore. But you can see both Kit and Ram's Rush sort of treading water right around the base of this rope that they were climbing on.
Well, it's 150 feet down. Even if I could see it, I couldn't shoot it. So I'll let them take care of it.
All right. Ram's Rush, it's your turn.
Well, you know what's funny about lizard men? They also have a 30 feet swimming speed. So yeah,
And they can breathe underwater too, can't they?
Oh no, I can hold my breath for 15 minutes.
Jesus.
Damn.
So Ramsrush just take a deep breath and is gonna charge at its prey.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll, sir.
Oh, that's gonna miss 10.
Oh, yep, definitely.
But I have a bonus action still, and I have a racial trait that is Hungry Jaws.
Oh my god.
That allows me, as a bonus action, to do a bite attack that deals my normal damage, and if I hit, I gain temporary hit point equal to my con modifier.
This is amazing.
15. Does this one hit?
Yeah, that'll hit. Oh, that's wonderful.
I deal 7 damage and gain 3 temporary hit points.
I think that Ram's Rush is probably kind of like a shark almost, and he's just going after the blood. And so again, like you're just tearing into this dude's right shoulder and just making his entire arm unusable. And then Kit, you can see deep enough into that water exactly what's going on, and Ram's Rush is just on this thing's ass.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do, sir?
So Kit has a constitution of +1, which means he has 2 minutes to hold his breath. 1 minute plus constitution number of minutes. So that is 20 rounds. So Kit's diving after this thing. Granted, he only has a swim speed of 15 feet since he doesn't have one, so swimming speed is half land speed. So all he's going to do is dash to catch up.
Sounds good. And then that brings us to this thing. It's gonna disengage from you again, Ram's Rush, and it's going to swim 30 feet down from you again.
Oh,
And it's your turn.
Ramsrush gonna do the only thing he can think of right now, and it's pursue. The prey is fleeing.
Make an attack roll, sir.
Only 12. Pretty sure I miss.
Yep, but you can do your hungry trust. But you can
No, it's a once per short rest.
Oh, okay. Do you have anything else that you want to do then?
No, not for right now. I'm not hurt enough to use my action surge yet.
Okay. Kit, it is your turn, sir.
Kit's eyes are gonna narrow, and he's just gonna keep swimming down, like because he can't. He's having to dash to catch up, so he can't hit anything. But he's not gonna let it go.
Well, I think next turn I'm just gonna grab you before I start swimming down.
Okay. So again, on this thing's turn, it doesn't swim deeper this time. It actually starts heading in a northern direction away from you, another 30 feet, Ramsrush. And it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna do a spot perception check to see if it's leading me to a trap first.
Okay.
$13.
You think that you can see something large is at the water's surface. It's kind of far away, but there's definitely something large at the water's surface, and it's not rock. Like, it seems that if you were to swim for a fairly long distance, that there is something large that this thing is heading towards.
All right, I need to get it before it gets there. I'll grab Kit and swim up to the thing.
No worries. Go ahead and make your attack, sir.
$19.
Oh, yeah.
For 5 damage.
Okay. So this time when you tear into him, this time you do rip his entire arm off. And there's just a cloud of blood there. And Kit, you're sort of like right in the midst of this because, you just kind of got dragged by this fast swimming lizard creature. And Ramswash, if you don't have a bonus action that you want to do, I'm going to leave it to Kit then.
Yeah, no. I end my turn then.
All right,
So-
Kit, finish him.
Yeah, well, maybe. Kit's going to use
you have
the
advantage.
to have the momentum for being pulled, and just going to use that to sling himself into this thing. Let's see here. That is a 24 to hit,
Oh, yeah.
and that is 5 damage.
All right. So basically like a professional dart player, Ramsraj sort of just like slings you, and you just again turn yourself into Kit, the kobold lawn jart, and just pierce right through this thing's torso, and it sort of wriggles and writhes for a second, and then it starts to bleed more heavily after you pull your sword out, and it sort of spasms a couple more times before it starts to sink slowly down towards the bottom, which you guys definitely cannot see. You're pretty positive that it's really deep where you're at right now.
Well, I'm not gonna let my lunch get away, so I grab it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. You could just grab onto it like it's not a problem.
And then I bring myself and Kit to the surface because, well, I'm faster than him.
Kit could make it. He had another 18 rounds of breath.
Yeah, but you know, you were nice with Ram's Rush, so Ram's Rush gonna be nice.
It's only more terrifying considering context.
So yeah, you guys are you guys going over to the shore then? Is that the plan, or are you guys going back to the road?
Sure is Kit's plan.
Sure, where the armor is.
Okay. So you, like I said, you can see that so pick a cardinal direction.
Oh, there's armor all around?
Yeah, there are. You would estimate that there have been. You would estimate that there's 8 different piles of equipment all around this pool.
I'll head for the one north.
Okay. Kit, do you want to go to that one as well?
Yeah. Kit's gonna hang out with Ramsrosh just in case anything else attacks. Just kind of be on guard and like look around, like rapier, like flicking water off the rapier and then like looking around with it. And then pulling off a shield off his back so he has that now.
Why don't you go ahead and make me a perception check?
Okay. 9.
So you guys get up onto this onto the shore, and you're sort of looking around, and it's really odd that this very expensive equipment is just laying here. And this specific pile that you guys are moving towards, you see that there are 2 full sets of plate armor, and there is a shield that is sort of shaped like you know that weird sort of like half a yin yang on paisley ties.
Yeah.
That's basically what it's shaped like, and but like it's a bunch of them sort of like stacked up, and there's like these leather bands connecting all of these stacked up plates, basically.
Multiple teardrops.
Yep. 6 in total. And it looks like it might fit you, actually.
Oh,
it's
weird.
Not
so it's a little thing.
Large. Yeah.
Because Kit's a small creature.
Right.
Okay. Jared! You found stuff? Kill the thing.
You've got my treasure. Oh, I gotta unmute. You've got my treasure.
You caught there.
Have you got my treasure?
I don't know if it's just your treasure. But there is some treasure.
Well, I'll lower down the nets.
Yeah, so Kit's gonna like, as I say, like still like kind of like looking around, watching the water.
Mm-hmm.
And then like grab the shield. And then look at it real quick, and then look back at the water, and then look at the shield, and look at the water. And look at the shield, and look at the water.
So you pick up the shield, and you notice that. So it's got the handle, and then the leather strap to strap it to your forearm, and on top of the metal handle, there's just like this small lever.
Yeah, so he's gonna like kind of like shuffle up, like kind of close to the wall, so that he's still got like the wall to his back. While he's like, and he'll flick the lever.
And it immediately opens up into a much larger shield, and it's a little bit more unwieldy at this point, but you definitely feel like it covers you more.
Mm-hmm.
And so specifically in game mechanics terms, it's not like magical or anything, but the way that this works is it'll be a normal buckler, but if you do decide to flick the lever, instead of getting, I think a buckler gives you +1 to your AC.
Mm-hmm. Well,
This will give you what?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. It sounded like you were going to say something. But if you flick the lever, it will give you +4 to your armor class, but you will then be getting a -1 to your attack roll.
Okay. Just going to name this the trade-off shield
Fair.
because I've got no other name for it. And this is as an action, bonus action to flip the lever.
It's a free action.
Free action.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Adding that to my treasure list.
Ram's Rush look at you messing around with the shield and is like,
Yeah. Flick, 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 flick.
nice. By the way, good fight under there.
You too. Though, hopefully I never have to fight you.
Ram's Rush is licking his lip.
Nope.
Still a bit of a fish person caught in there.
Hiram yells down, "What all have you found?"
Armor for now. Good one. Switch. Make it bigger.
Sounds promising.
What is he talking about?
I would rather haul diamonds back than armor, but it could sell for a pretty penny.
Then Ram's Rush will try to go around and gather all the piece of equipment by staying on the shore, if he can. Clockwise.
Yeah, no worries. Like, you can make it completely around this pool and go to all of these areas. And so I'm just going to give you the full list of all of the stuff that you find then.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just going through each individual pile, because that's lame.
Yeah.
And so in total, there are 4 sets of plate armor. There are 6 sets of chainmail. There are 5 breastplates and 4 tower shields.
Tower shield, is that what you were talking about, the expanding one?
No.
Tower shields are just big, tall, rectangular things.
Oh,
Yeah,
like a
that
Roman
is-
Legion kind of
Yep.
thing.
Okay, so
Yeah, like
is
a shield that's 3 times the size of Kit. So
is someone else taking this all in note, or do I have to take them? Because I'm not there most of the time, so I think someone else should.
I figured our
I'm
resident
hoping that
merchant.
since Jared thinks he's going to carry all of this stuff.
Somehow.
Oh, he'll find a way.
Tower shields can be sleds.
That's true.
We could jerry rig something out of those
He's
shields.
just gonna
to carry
have-
the army.
Like wedding cars with cans dragging behind him. He's gonna have all these shields tied to his cart.
Oh, by the way, he makes you all up the corpse of the fish. Ramrush do.
Yeah, and Even though it sounds like it's probably unnecessary, Kit is still going to burn another divine sense at the water's edge just to make sure the evil is gone.
Yeah, it's definitely gone at this point. Because
Okay.
you said 60 foot, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's gone.
Good.
Well, Ramsrush is still curious about the place where he was being led to by the fish person.
Do the power shields float?
No, they don't.
Crap. Because I was trying to figure out a way for Kit, because, weighs 45 pounds to, move stuff through the water.
Right.
He doesn't really have any good natural buoyancy. He can, barely keep himself up.
Yeah, no, I think Ramsrush will do most of the work here.
Yeah, Kit will, sort and push stuff over to the water's edge so you don't have to go very far, but that's about it.
All right. Once everything's being oiled up, Ramsrush will turn to Kit and ask, "Do you want to see where he was leading us?"
Yeah, yes, and no. I think you can hold your breath better than me. I could do that for about a minute. Then I gotta go back.
Oh, all right. Going to take a look then.
I will sit right here. Blub once for yes, need help. Blub 2 for no.
All right.
Did they load up the net yet?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm assuming multiple
it took
trips.
20 minutes. Yeah, definitely multiple
Yeah.
trips, because there's no way that Jared and Hiram can haul up all of that equipment in one net. There's no way.
I was thinking we could hook up Jared and Glue and start, pulling up this net a few times, pulling it up.
Yeah, I mean,
it'll
if you
take
guys,
us
like
a
I said, if
while.
you guys space it out, it's not a problem. Let's say that it takes you 20 minutes to
Gotcha.
get everything up. You do it in 3 trips.
All right, then Ramsrush will dive under and try to find the place he was being led to, and will try to be sneaky about getting there.
What are you
Okay.
doing now? You found more treasure?
He's gonna go to the hiding place. Don't worry, we have a system, so I know he's in danger.
What hiding place?
This thing we killed had a place it tried to hide. We killed it first.
Ah, there may be more treasure. Carry on.
We killed it first.
I don't know why that makes me laugh so hard.
Oh yeah, critical fail on my stealth check.
All right. So Ramsrush just belly flops into the water.
With all the subtlety of drowning, of a drowning pig.
With all the subtlety of Jared Banantman trying to swim.
Oh yeah, all of that.
All right. So you go, hold on, let me do some math quick. All right. So you dive down maybe 30 feet, and you can again see where this natural kind of underwater cave leads towards that large object. You go for about 150 feet before you can see that.
Oh, by the way,
But
I
this
don't
is-
have night vision, so I took a bit of rope with me to see.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you actually get a. So actually, before you even get up to the 150 feet mark, then you can tell that it is the hull of a boat is underwater. Like you can see the planks and all of that stuff. Like it's a large wooden boat. You would estimate probably 30 feet wide or so. And there are like this underground river is quite deep, but it's not much wider than this boat is. You would estimate that there's maybe 10 feet of leeway at most on either side of this boat. And to your right or west, whichever you want to go with, you can see that the rock face is at level with the sea. However, the other side, the east or your right, would be, I'm sorry. So the first one was on your left, west. Second one is on your right, east. And there's like a 15-foot kind of cliff face in order to get onto land. You definitely don't see any sort of motion or anything like that underwater so far. But you also don't really see a good way to get up on top of the higher point than except for like climbing, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to climb aboard.
So I'm actually going to take a picture real quick and post it in the Caravan chat for you. I just saw that meme you made, Brian.
Yeah, it's really funny. I saw it earlier. I was like, yeah, perfect. That's a good representation of what happened.
Oh my god.
Okay, and Ramsrush, just to kind of give you an idea where you're at, you're at the bottom of that picture that I just posted.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, this is the shit we got to deal with LCP D&D playing Fillmore's Crossing.
Oh man, you should see what my players have to go through. It's MS Paint all day, baby.
All right. By the way, do I see some way to how the people get there from the inside of the cave? Is there, cliff, like little?
It appears that that this underground river seems to extend for a long ways beyond this boat. But you'd have to swim, under the boat and go further in order to kind of figure out exactly what's kind of going on with that.
Well, I'll try to. There's one of the two sides that's at sea level, so I can just get up there, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. I'll look around first to see if there's anything.
Go ahead and make a perception.
Eight.
Yeah, you think coast is clear.
All right. Ramsrush will get out of the water.
Okay. So once you get out of the water, do you want to get out, where do you want to get out at? Because there are these ramps that go up onto the boat from the west side and down onto the boat from the east side. You can see. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm getting up on the low side, so that's at least something I know. And I'm going to try to get up where the coast is closest to the boat, so if there's people on the boat, it's harder to see me.
Okay. So you when you get out, you see like all of the masts of this boat are intact still. And at the back of the boat, there is a large, what looks to be sort of like a winch. And there is a thick, heavy rope that is just extending, and it's taut, leading down the underground river to the north of you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's being held there by a rope, basically. It's anchored with a rope behind it.
Why don't you make an insight check?
$18.
So you remember seeing the chain from an anchor below this boat. And you looking at this, you think that this is actually how they get the boat back out.
Oh, against the
Like
current
it's like
of the river.
Yes, and so like it looks as though like this winch, if they were to keep twisting it with a bunch of men, like going over the rope and stuff, if they keep this winch moving, it looks as though it would just pull them back out of this underground river almost.
All right. Well, Ramsrush, still thinking he's sneaky for some reason. We'll try to get on the boat.
Go ahead and roll me another perception, please.
$9.
You think that you saw some movement up by the helm of the ship where the why can't I think of what the word is? The steering column, the wheel, the
wheel. I think it's called the wheel.
Okay. And you think
helm?
you see some movement up.
Oh,
the helm. Yeah,
Okay.
you see some movement up by the helm of the ship, which is sort of back by that winch.
All right. Ramsrush will try to approach still stealthily, but since I rolled a natural 1, it's not very stealthy.
I'll let you reroll since you're on land this time.
Oh. $21.
You actually you don't think that you're any sneakier this time because you're always sneaky. You know what I mean? Like you trust in your ability to be sneaky.
I'm a skilled hunter. I know to track prey.
And so let me just look at something. I just need to pull up this thing real quick. Sorry, 1 second. All right. So when you get onto the boat and you start to get closer to the helm, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Critical fail.
Okay. So as you get closer to this helm, you can see that there is this female creature, but it's got this mottled sort of bluish green skin. It's got this long hooked nose, and its clothes are all tattered and covered in mold, and the smell is just awful. And you can see that it's got these large sort of like jagged teeth. They're not like sharpened to a point or anything like that. They're just very gnarled and sort of gross looking. And for whatever reason, as soon as you set eyes on this thing, you are terrified. And no part of you wants to move any closer to this thing. And so, in game mechanics terms, you are frightened.
All right. Ram's Rush will back off. Slowly.
All right. Let me go ahead and... Yeah, it still has no idea that you're there. Holy shit. Go ahead and make me another saving throw then.
Six.
Yeah, you're still real scared.
I don't doubt it. I'm not trained in wisdom saving throw, and my wisdom is not good. So,
Well, luckily for you, I can't roll above an 8 to perceive you. So you may be scared as shit, but you're still real sneaky when you do it.
yes, this is dangerous. I don't want to get close to it.
So what do you want to do, sir?
I'm gonna keep backing off until I get off the boat and I can go back into the water.
Okay, so why don't you go and make me another one of those wisdom saving throws as you're making your way into the water then.
19.
Yeah, you're not scared anymore.
But it can make people scared. So it might be dangerous. I'm better off getting reinforcement before I fight it. So Ramsraj gonna dive back, go back to the other side.
Yeah, no problem. Nothing interferes with you. You just pop up, take a breath, and make your way up onto the shore next to Kit.
Ramsraj will be there and say, "Well, I found something."
I like to imagine, like, this entire time he's been gone, Kit's just been sitting there on the shore, like, legs crossed, like, flicking the lever on the shield open. Close. Open. And so when he passed out, I was like, yes.
I found something.
How far? How far?
Pretty close.
How long to get there?
How long did it take me to get there?
For you, so it would have been about 150 feet. So for you, that would have been, because you moved 30, so it would have been 5 rounds.
Oh, damn. That's 30 seconds.
Yep.
Kit could make that swim.
For you, though, Kit, it would be a full minute.
Yeah, I'd do a full minute. Kit's got 2 minutes of breath. So, yeah. So Kit can make
I might have done math to make sure that everybody could make it.
Ah.
All right. Do the people on top want to come? Something guarding it. Ugly lady that make Ramsrush scared.
Not up there. Not afraid of a swim.
All right. So,
Are you talking to us?
No,
Yes.
the other people up top. Yes, you.
What is it? What did you find?
A boat.
With treasure?
Big monster.
A boat with ugly lady guarding it.
Lady?
Yes, very ugly. So ugly, even Ramsrush scared.
all right. Tim, here's a question. Inside where we are, there's just this hole going down there. There's no other resemblance of a way down or way out of this particular chamber we're in.
Why don't you make me an investigation check?
Wow, watch, there's just an easy way to get out.
Oh, there's clearly a
Yeah,
secret
that's
passage, but hey. I mean, it's obvious there's a secret passage, but we're morons. So.
that's 18 plus 1. 18, so 19.
Accurate. We're all idiots.
So, Hiram, so while this is kind of all going on, because this is taking a while, and you guys have just been kind of twiddling your thumbs after a bit, and all you can just kind of hear in the background as you're searching is just shink, 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 shink. And it's just sort of echoing throughout the.
Right.
As long as
in-
Jared's cool, as long as he thinks he's getting paid to twiddle his thumbs.
I mean, you did just get a whole stack of armor.
Yeah. There might be more.
But Hiram, you're just moving your way around the perimeter of this area and just investigating as thoroughly as you possibly can. And you're in the northeastern corner of this like oval room. And you swear that you can see a seam, and it's creating maybe a 3 foot wide by about 6 foot tall, just barely perceptible seam, and it looks unnatural.
Unnatural. Okay. Can I approach it and I'm gonna stick the the spear end of my javelin inside the crack.
Okay.
Does anything happen?
I mean,
Does it go-
so you stick the javelin in there and you're kind of wriggling it back and forth, and you can hear it grinding a little bit, and like you definitely are able to maneuver it open a little bit, but you're gonna have to give me a strength check to try and prise it open.
Oh, fun. Okay. I have 0 for my strength modifier. Oh God. It's Can we just retcon that out completely?
What do you mean?
I got a natural 1.
Oh, you snapped that javelin in half.
God damn it.
It's
a metal javelin.
Give it a good heave. And as you do it, like you're right at the end of it to get the most leverage that you can, because you're not an idiot. Like you understand how some physics work and stuff like that. And as you go to just heave into it, this thing just snaps right at the center, and it just kind of sends you kind of reeling. You don't fall or anything like that, but you definitely are. Your pride is hurt pretty bad at this point.
The best part is Kit would have gotten a grand total of 0 on that roll.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do that. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Can I try and salvage the pieces of javelin? Just grab them. I know it's broken.
Why don't you make me another strength check to try and rip it out of there?
Tim, I thought you loved me. That's a 13.
I would just like to throw out there, Wesley, that you guys have a horse, literally all the rope in the world, and you're the one making the strength checks. I'm just saying.
Also, Jared Banantman stated earlier that he's quite strong.
I just want to see if I can get my javelin back, and then I've got another plan.
Yeah, so you're able to rip it out of the wall, but you almost fall on your tuchus when it finally comes free. You do that thing where you reel back a little bit and then finally gain your balance. And this entire situation has been incredibly unimpressive.
I'm rolling perception to see if I can hear all the noise he's making. I got a 14.
Yes, he's in the same room with you that isn't that big. Of course you hear it. You hear Kit down there playing with his shield.
I thought he walked down a corridor away from me.
Okay, where's the list for the stuff in the cart?
In that case, if he's in the same room at me, I'm just have my arms crossed and I'm just smiling and shaking my head at him.
There's no worries about the weapon, my boy. I've got plenty else in my cart for quite an affordable price.
Oh my God.
Oh, thank you. You're trying to sell me on something when I'm trying to get us down there.
In the meantime, I do have this war pick. You could probably make
No, I need something blunt.
What? What are you going to do with that?
Do you have a hammer?
I have a sledgehammer. What's your plan?
Might I borrow it?
No, what's your plan?
How big is the crack, Tim?
It's not a crack, it's a seam. Like it's barely perceptible. Like you got it to open up, let's say an inch.
All right. Jared, grab glue and go to the entrance of the room, please. Just take my horse.
Very well. We'll consider him collateral.
No. I'm not bothering with your sledgehammer. And I walk away from the cart. And I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on this seam. I'm just onto the wall.
Now he knows how powerful it is. Interesting.
17 plus
You can just roll damage.
5. Okay. 7?
Yeah, you blast a little. You blast a pretty good chunk off of it. You're pretty positive that this is going to take you a while, though. This method, but it'll work if you're willing. If you're willing to take some time, yeah, it'll absolutely work.
Well, otherwise, there's no way of getting Jared down there unless we do like some crazy ass cantilever shit. Getting him down
I mean, that's
there.
legitimately what I was hoping you guys were going to do, but that's just me.
What was that explosion?
It's just my power. Never mind.
Get the door open.
Door? What?
I peek back
What?
into the room.
Definitely not.
Here, let me
I'm gonna
try.
hit it again with Eldritch Blast.
Oh, for the love.
6.
Are you just gonna? If you're just gonna hit it until it opens, we don't even need to keep rolling damage. That's fine. We'll just settle on an amount of time that it takes.
Sure. Let's just do that.
So what? Eldritch Blast is a D10, correct?
Yep.
All right. So I'm just gonna average it out and say that you deal 5 damage per round. So it is going to take you. Actually, not that long. Not that long at all. It's going to take you like 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, I could come up with some sort of like winch to get Jared down there, but I don't know how we're gonna get him back up.
Okay,
I don't know.
well, you
That
just got
sounds a
through
lot
this
harder.
wall. What's on the other side?
Yes. What's on the other side?
There is a much smaller tunnel than before. Like I said, it's about 3 feet wide and about 6 feet tall. And it seems to gradually slope downward, but it's heading north.
All right. Jared, would you like to go down?
obviously, I leave my cart behind and I try and squeeze through the entrance and into the tunnel.
How tall is Jared Van Antman?
Let me see if I have it anywhere.
Can he be a miniature pony centaur?
Well, let me really quickly pull up the average height of the.
It's a beefy door. $250 HP, if my math was right.
Yeah, it's all solid stone.
Yeah. Nice.
Hoof to withers. Average height 16 to 18
Oh my god.
is about 18 hands high.
It's-
Why do they measure this way? Multiplied by 4 inches to equal 72 inches. I'll just say, okay, 6 feet tall.
What? That's it?
That's what I said. Let's
Aren't,
do.
aren't hands to shoulder of the horse, though? They're not even like to the total head height. That's just like to their back.
Yeah.
You want to just say 6'4"?
No,
That's a very short horse.
the centaur on Ravnica are more. They're not actually full size horse,
Oh, okay.
and that's the one the centaur in D&D 5 is based.
Gotcha,
So-
gotcha.
Oh, fair enough.
Good to know.
All right, yeah. I mean, you got to duck a little bit then, Jared, but you can get in there. That's not a problem.
I'm gonna leave Glue with the cart and let's see. Is there anything we want to take down? Well, I'm gonna. Where's your list for the cart, Brian?
You really trying to grab my goods?
I need a weapon or something.
1 second.
Doesn't the power of your god compel you to shoot energy beams at your enemies?
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like I still need something for up close, don't I? Like you can't shoot something super close to you, can you?
There you go.
The trick is just not to be close to them.
Right.
Sadly for you, the only thing I think you can wield in that is the sickle.
Choose your
Really?
choose your poison, Hiram, but don't break anything.
I can't wield the short sword.
Do you have
Probably not.
martial weapon proficiency?
He's an elf. Yeah, he should be
I
able
am
to
an
wield the short
elf.
sword.
Oh, you're
yeah,
an
if
elf
he's an elf,
then,
yeah,
yeah.
he's golden. He can use any sword.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the short sword.
Oh, that's my most expensive one.
You break it, you buy it.
You're a greedy bastard. You know that.
You're a greedy bastard.
All right.
I
you
like
guys-
how you still have the playing card deck listed in your thing.
I only got rid of some of it, and it went down by 2 silvers.
All right.
It's a good cheating deck.
You're about to be really, really upset with me, Brian. So you guys go down this this tunnel for maybe 10 minutes or so, and you get to a ladder. Heading down.
Well, this went belly up real quick, didn't it?
Hiram.
Sounds like a wizard needs to learn Featherfall.
Can you just crawl under me? I think I need to back out of here.
I suppose so. Don't trample me.
You can use a ladder. It just takes you 5 times as much time to get down it.
How long is this ladder? Can I tell?
You look down and you would estimate pretty long, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like 150 feet or so, maybe a little bit more.
Oh, holy
Hard to
shit.
tell because it gets real dark down there.
So Jared's not really the. He's already got a bunch of money out of this cave. He's not the type to risk himself. Like, he'll risk other people happily, but not himself.
See if you can go down, Mr. Hiram. I'll
Oh, yeah.
attend to the horse.
Oh yeah, equine build. You count as one size larger when determining your carry capacity. In addition, any climb that requires hands and feet is especially difficult for you because of your hooves. When you make such a climb, each foot of movement costs you extra 4 feet instead of the normal 1 foot.
Hiram,
yeah, that-
Yeah, we don't even
immediate
know if it could
withdrawal
fit in
area.
that space.
Hiram, if
Oh.
you die, will me your horse? I'm great with animals.
That's creepy.
That's very creepy, my friend.
Not for
However,
those
if you
reasons.
give me a proper burial, then you may have glue.
Oh. Wizard's honor.
Oh, I thought you said wizards aren't an honor.
I'm gonna try and wiggle
Clean
my.
out these ears.
I'm gonna try and wiggle my way back out of this tunnel.
All right, I'm gonna go down the ladder.
All right, so it takes you a little while to wiggle your way back. Let's say it takes you double the amount of time. So instead of the 10 minutes, it takes you 20. Hiram, do you have a light source?
I have dark vision up to let's see how many feet.
No, you're good then.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's 30 feet for an elf.
So, yeah, I could
Yeah,
try
you
and light
begin-
something with a spell.
Well, you're good. You begin descending this ladder, and it goes for a while, and you come down on a taller. Basically, you come down on what appears to be another small cliff almost, and you can hear the sounds of water. You can smell the salt in the air. And why don't you go ahead and make me a perception check?
$12.
So you can see to the southwest of you, mostly south though, it's like southwest. There is a large 3-masted wooden boat that has ramps leading up onto it. Oh shit. And you actually can see that there is what appears to be a creature at the part of the boat that's closest to you. They're near the helm, and it's kind of hard to tell what they're doing. It just seems like they're just kind of milling about from this distance. What would you like to do, sir?
Is there any cover nearby I could take while I'm trying to get my bearings and possibly make a perception check after I get cover?
Yeah, so you're kind of in like a little bit of a nook. You know what I mean? It's not super deep. It's like it's maybe hewn about 3 feet into the wall, just kind of creating a little bit of cover. So like if you were to press yourself up against this ladder or up against like this little alcove, you feel like you'd have some decent cover. That boat is technically, you probably shouldn't be able to see it now that I think about it, but that boat is let's say about 75 feet away from you at this point.
I mean, I'm fine with not being able to see it right now. I'm going to walk forward, maybe 20 feet, crouching.
Okay. Do you want to roll a stealth check?
Yes, please.
All right.
That's 15.
All right, so you start to creep forward and you just kick a little bit of gravel and it doesn't even make that loud of a sound, but you see whatever that creature was just spins and faces you immediately. And it's looking directly at you. And you feel quite spotted.
Can I make would it be an insight or perception check as to identify that creature?
Why don't you make me either nature or arcana, whichever you prefer.
Nature. Okay, I'm gonna make a Arcana 21.
So you've heard rumors of Fae like this. You know that there are these creatures called sea hags, and they're incredibly dangerous. They make their way to be mature, Brian. You know that they tend to make their lairs in sort of hidden places where they know that adventurers and different other humanoids will make their way into. They like to set traps. They're very cunning. You know that that you're in a really shitty position right now.
Oof. All right.
I was gonna say, what's the timeline as far as what Ramsrosh has been up to at this point? I don't know. Has he come back? Like, where are we timeline wise here?
So let's say that as I think that the best way to do it is Hiram did all of this stuff after Ramsrush got back and was telling you about stuff. So you guys can do some stuff simultaneously if you guys would like.
Okay. I was gonna say Kit's was gonna continue to play with the shield if this was simultaneous action, but I figured going back and searching the area because we know Kit can get over there would be worthwhile at some point.
Okay.
As far as like trying to figure out what Jared's up to though.
Yeah, as Hiram and Jared make their way into that tunnel, I assume that they probably told you that, but maybe it's wrong of me to assume that because, well,
I
it's
mean,
Jared and
he
Hiram.
was essentially explosive blasting a door open for a good 5
Right.
minutes. So I'm sure we noticed that.
I was in
100%.
I was in communication with him. I suppose I would have let him know.
Okay, yeah. So you know that Hiram went down the ladder then, and so you guys have some time to make your way around the other side.
Yeah, swim through.
Yep.
Okay. So we're just somewhere over in that region as this is happening. Good to know.
Yeah. I don't think that you guys would see Hiram. I'm gonna say that
No.
you guys are at the south point below the boat, but you can absolutely come up for air at this point then.
Perfect.
If that's cool with you, Ramsrush, I'm gonna put you right next to Kit then too.
All right.
So according to my character sheet on the app, it says that my dark vision is 60 feet, but I can look that up elsewhere if you want me to.
Oh, you're good. I'm sure that that's right.
Yeah,
All
that should be
right.
correct for an elf, yeah.
So the sea hag spots me. If I were to turn tail right now, would that give her a attack of opportunity because I'm retreating?
No.
No.
Attacks of opportunity are done with melee. She's still probably like, well, you moved 20 feet up, so she would be 55 feet away from you at this point.
All right, I'm going to expend the rest of my movement retreating.
Are you going up the ladder then?
Actually, no. I'm gonna stay right at the base of the ladder.
All right, so you're gonna just kind of put yourself in that little cover of the alcove, basically.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I'm going to give Ramsrosh and Kit a few things to do, and then we'll go into initiative.
Okay.
Listening.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I meant like I would just give you guys some time to like position yourself and stuff before we actually did initiative.
Oh, I would get up on the shore and get ready to get on the boat.
Okay, why don't you roll me a stealth
Stealth.
check?
Yeah.
You probably don't need to roll that. I just rolled a natural 1.
And I didn't. I rolled this total 3, so total 7.
Jesus. Are you following him then, Kit?
Yes. Stealth as well.
All right, go ahead and don't roll a 1.
That's 11 plus 3 is 14.
Oh yeah. You guys come out of the water like Navy SEALs. Like And I'll say that right now, then you guys are at the base of that ramp leading up onto the boat. The hag would be about 40 feet away from you at this point.
Oh boy.
And I'll give you guys each one more action. But it's staring at Hiram. You guys probably don't see. Well, go ahead and make me a perception check. Let's see if you guys spotted Hiram.
Okay. 8.
4.
Nice.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, you guys have no idea that Hiram is there, but you can definitely tell that the hag is staring at something towards the northeast.
Okay. And though Kit's pretty sure, he always likes to double check. Final use of divine sense for the day.
Super duper evil.
Perfect. All Kit needs to know.
So yeah, go ahead and take your surprise round, guys.
Hey. I'll let Ramsrosh go first.
How far away I am from her?
40 feet. You are 40 feet away from her.
Oh, so I can't charge her.
Just a little too
Ramsrush
far.
gonna use his secondary tactic and throw an axe at her back.
Go ahead and make the attack roll.
$14.
That'll hit.
For 6 damage.
All right. So we've got 6 on the hag. And so what's the range on a hand axe?
20 to 60, so I'll have to move to get in the first range increment before I
I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw then.
Once I succeed, don't I only get affected once per day? Nope. Then I failed with a marvelous 4.
You're not immune to the hag's fear effect.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. You're right. I just saw that. I apologize. You are immune to it for the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
I apologize. My
It's
bad.
a
You're
real
good.
shame Kit doesn't understand anything about these creatures, so he's way less scared than he should be.
So Ramsrosh, you start towards it and you take your axe above your head with both hands, release it, and it spins end over end and connects right with her back. It doesn't quite stick in, but it definitely leaves a deep rend, and she turns around and spins and kind of snarls at you. And Kit, what would you like to do?
So, since Kit's only got 30 feet of movement, he is going to rush up 30 and snapping his shield into big mode, and then take the dodge action.
All right. So first thing, I need you to roll that wisdom save. Please.
Yeah, I figured as much. That's a 9. God damn it.
Yeah, you're terrified of this thing.
And the player is extra terrified all of a sudden for reasons.
Well, and so just so you know, you can still attack it. You just can't move any closer to it.
Right. It has.
And you have disadvantage when you attack it.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I'll
cool.
be all right.
All
But
right.
I've got effectively 22 armor right now.
Dope. So we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative then. And you definitely don't hear any. Oh shit! I just rolled a 19.
Oh yeah, you're going before me with a 5.
I got 12.
I got 10.
Oh shit! I'm going first.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So we've
Yes.
got Hag, Rams Rush, Hiram, and Kit, right?
Yep.
Because Hiram was 10, Kit was 8.
Not even. Kit was 5.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, still last.
close enough. Right. Okay, so Kit, I need you to make me another wisdom saving throw as this thing
Yeah, Jesus.
stares you down with this.
Oh, not this. Kit, you should have been more scared. Oh, that's not good. That's a 6. Oh boy.
Okay, so Kit, you see this thing, it turns and its yellow eyes just glare at you. You can see that the veins are starting to protrude and just create this horrific red ring around its pupils. And your heart stops.
Yup.
And it starts again, but you are unconscious, sir, and at 0 hit points.
Mm-hmm. Yup. Welcome to Sea
What?
Hag, boys. They're
You
terrified.
heard me correct. I did not stutter. That
Yep, that's
absolutely happened.
Uh-huh. That's exactly how that works. Yep. That's why I said I, as a player, am absolutely terrified of this fight that Kit is not nearly scared enough of.
If only you could.
And so
talk
Rams
to your
Rush,
character.
you watch as Kit just falls to the deck of this ship.
Rams Rush roars.
Down goes your healer.
To Rams Rush,
It's,
it's not
it's-
important. That tag will pay in blood.
Your turn.
Yeah, at least Rams Rush is safe from this power. You're proficient.
It's your turn, Rams Rush.
I'll move up the rest of the way to her.
Okay.
I think I can.
Yep, absolutely.
And I'm gonna smack her with my hammer.
Yeah, go ahead. Make an attack roll, sir.
And I miss.
Holy shit. This is going to be really bad if you guys don't start rolling better.
Yeah, no, we're
I'm gonna
so boned.
I'm gonna use my action surge to get another attack.
Okay, good.
Critical fail!
Oh my god!
Oh. All right. So I'm going to give you a 15% chance that something bad happens, but otherwise it'll just be
Low.
a miss. You're golden.
Yay!
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
You just took 18. You just took a nice 18 chunk out of a Kit there. That was good. That was real good.
Hiram, you are next, sir.
Can I see Kit fall to the floor of the ship?
Oh, 100%. Like you just got a lot more terrified of this situation as well, but not like mechanics effect, just like what the fuck.
Right. How far away is this sea whore?
What?
Ow. If you're in the alcove, it is 75 feet away from you.
I think that's a little bit away from her fear range. I don't know though. That's
Well, you haven't rolled for it, so you're probably good.
God.
I'm gonna cast good old Eldritch Blast. 15 plus 5.
That'll hit.
What is that? 5. Okay. 9.
All right. That's a good one. So you conjure up your purple fist of Joseph Smith that begins streaking towards this hag, and it connects with her back. And Ramsrosh, you actually see her kind of lurch forward a little bit. She doesn't really appear to be that much worse for wear, though. Do you want to do anything else, Hiram?
I'm staying exactly where I am.
Fair.
Yep.
Fair. Kit, could I get a death saving throw, please?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
Lord.
certainly can. Yup.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, it's a 15, so that's one pass.
All right, that's one pass. And that'll bring us back to Lehag.
Oh my god.
We don't even have
Who
any
is-
potions.
Yeah, and she got the healer first.
Yup. Dude, I did not expect the DC 11 wisdom saves to go this bad.
Yeah, Kit's got a +3 on those.
Oh, man. Oh, that's brutal.
He rolled a
That's
6
brutal.
and a 3.
Oh, my God. So, Ramsrush, we are going to claw out at you. Holy fuck. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Oh my
Nice.
So if everybody wants to just start like thinking of new characters, like maybe
I'm going to be
fucking
a very
Christ.
rich man.
Oh no. Okay, so that's gonna be 13 points of slashing damage.
All right, let's see. What's next? We got...
But that's then times 2. So that'd be 26 points of slashing damage.
Oh my god.
Ramsrosh is down.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, dude.
I don't think I've played
Seriously,
a half
she
orc
rolled
before.
13 damage. Holy crap.
It's 2d6 plus 3 times 2 for a crit. So
Wow. Her claw deals 2d6.
Yeah.
yes, sir.
It's a... God. Yeah, I don't think I've played a half orc in a long time. Let me see what that's all
Oh my
about.
god. So Ramsrosh, could I get a death saving throw, please?
That's
Now I will
con
say, it's literally just a straight d20. However, the way that I work this, if you roll a natural 20, you're up at 1 hit point. So
I rolled
just
7.
So everybody knows that's a house rule. That is 1 fail.
All right.
You get 3 of them and you're dead.
No.
Hiram?
I see that Ramsrosh is down, right?
Yeah. You sure do.
Are you a man of God or not?
I'm a warlock, okay? That didn't clue you in. I failed cleric school.
Yeah, we guessed.
And none of my spells would work here. I don't think the range, and I'm not gonna attempt getting into her range. I'm gonna hit her with another Eldritch, and then I'm gonna climb up that ladder.
All right.
That's 14.
That'll hit.
6.
All right. So you blast her with another one of those purple Joseph Smith fists, and it connects fairly solidly, and she immediately whips around and stares at you hard. It's half movement up a ladder, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you go 15 feet up the ladder then, Hiram?
Yes.
All right. Kit, death saving throw, please.
Yeah. Yep. That's a 14. That's another success.
That's another success. Nice.
Yeah, you can say succeed on his death saves, but can't succeed not to be dead.
All this is telling me is that you get to get turned into a sea hag. Hooray!
Wait, what?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
No, it's very sad
fuck.
because she out damaged Ram's Rush HP by 1.
What?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to do something a little crazy because it'll give you guys a little bit of an advantage if it doesn't work. All right. Well, that's a 19. So she
So it worked.
she basically like runs a little bit, plants a foot on the railing of the deck of this ship, and leaps and lands on the other side of of this raised area and starts making her way towards you, Hiram, and basically gets in the exact range that it would take to make you have to do that saving throw on your turn. Ram's Rush, death saving throw, please.
No.
Critical fail.
Oh, shit.
No.
Is that
That's 2.
is that
Ram's Rush is dead.
That's it. Yup. Ram's
Oh my
Rush is
god.
dead.
Oh shit!
Holy fuck, dude.
My favorite character is gone.
Press F to pay respects.
F. Fucking F. Hiram? Make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
God damn it. Okay, just a second. Wisdom save. I have a +4 for wisdom saving. Okay, please, Joseph Smith.
Oh, God.
12 plus 4.
You are good.
Son of a bitch.
You are so fucking lucky.
Oh, okay. Do I get hit with any sort of other damage, or is it just that save I have to make?
That's it. And congratulations,
All right.
you are immune for the next 24 hours.
I'm immune. Oh, thank
She can't yeah, the sea hag, if she stares at you and you have the fear effect from her on you, you just have to save again. If you fail, you're dropped to 0 no matter what your hit point pool. It's stupidly terrifying.
So I'm not out of
never
harm's
used
way
one
yet.
before. This
This
is
is
the
what you're
first time.
saying.
Oh no, you're definitely not. Like, this thing is going to keep chasing you for sure.
Is she looking rough at all? Like anything?
We
Oh,
haven't
no.
done shit to her.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna take the opportunity that Ram's Rush died to go to sleep.
Oh,
All right.
Tired as crap.
fair. Rest in peace, friend.
Rest in peace. Have a good night, Rip Rex.
We had good memes with Ram's Rush. Very good memes.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Honor the fallen.
See ya, guys.
See ya.
see ya. Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Dude. This is not how I expected this to go.
Yes, this will be a fun, lighthearted game. Nobody's going to have to worry about it. We murder some hunters, and now Ramsrush is dead.
Oh my god, dude. Hiram, it's still your turn though, so you could Eldritch Blast and then move up if you wanted.
Yep. All right. That's a 10 plus 5.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. That's 5 damage.
Oh, they're strong. That might be fun. Yeah, that really might be fun.
Oh, don't.
Kit, death saving throw, please.
All right, come on, Kit. You can make it. Got one left to succeed, and you won't die yet. That's a fail at the 3.
Ooh.
Kit, no!
All right. So, what this thing is going to do is it is going to try. No, there's no way it could rip this ladder down. It's just going to chase after you, and it's going to do a full dash action. So it's going to move 30 feet, which means it will be 15 feet behind you. And that makes it your turn, Hiram.
All right. Here's the thing. This is usually the point in the story where these giant ass eagles come out of nowhere. Any plans for that, or no?
Probably not.
All right. Would I still be able to blast down at her while climbing up?
Absolutely.
Oh, no.
All right. So that'll be 12.
That
7
misses.
plus 5. Okay.
So
All
you're
right. Then
you're like frantically climbing up this thing. You like turn around and make your finger gun, and you're just like you're not even really looking at where you're trying to fire this thing. You're just launching as much magic behind you as humanly possible. Well, elvenly possible, I should say. Kit.
All right.
And I make all my movement. I can up.
Rest in. Let's see. We got a 5% chance Kit dies right now. That's a 16. That's a pass.
You are stable, sir.
God.
You're
Yeah,
not
I'm
gonna
not.
die.
I'm not gonna die, but I'm also unconscious for a while, so
That's true.
we'll
That's
see how that happens.
Right?
Oh wait, I think there's
luckily,
actually
though, for you.
okay.
Well, the hag is incredibly distracted, so
For now, but like she's gotta be distracted for like anywhere between 1 and 4 hours. I think there's actually a roll for that.
I'm pretty sure you're right. I think it's I think after an hour you get a roll.
Yeah, because then it's that many hours post an hour.
Yep.
So yep.
So then that brings us to the hag, who is going to use her dash, and she is right at your heels now. Like, she can't attack you this turn, but she is on your ass, Hiram.
I couldn't. Swinging the short sword and would stop me from casting a spell, right? That's 2 actions. Oh, man. I really need a bonus action. What do I have?
If only you were a true cleric.
Oh, okay. As an action, I can make all creatures within 10 feet of me make a wisdom save to become either charmed or frightened. I'm going to scare this bitch.
And that's your bonus?
Oh no, it's an action. Damn it. I don't know. Would that be a good action?
Ooh. Is
up
Joseph
to you,
Smith a
Wes.
fae? What?
Apparently.
I took the
Wesley's
Archfey.
Mormon. He knows way more about
I mean,
Joseph Smith than any of us could fathom.
I'll trust it.
All right, Tim, tell me what would happen if she were afraid or charmed by me.
She would be frightened, and so she wouldn't be able to move towards you. Or if she's charmed, she would not be violent for the duration of the charm.
I'm gonna try and scare her.
And what kind of saving throw is it?
A wisdom save.
All right. And what's the DC?
The DC, would that just be my spell DC?
It'll say, yeah. I got a 16.
Oh, well, this just says, as an action, you can make all creatures within 10 feet of you make a wisdom save or become either charmed or frightened for 1 round. It doesn't have a
I need to know what's
DC.
well, no, it's your spell DC. It's the same as any other spell that you have.
Oh, that's a 13.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, she's definitely not.
Rest in peace. Calling it now.
All right. Well, that was my action. Can I try and move or no dice?
I mean, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep clambering up the ladder.
You're in melee range with her, though, and you know what happens when you move out of melee range.
Should have stayed up there with Jared. Okay. I don't know. Would staying there prevent one attack or not? Right.
Yeah, it would prevent one of them.
I'm gonna just stand my ground.
Okay. And she is going to. I need you to make me an athletics check because she is going to grapple you.
He's the target of the grapple. He can also make an acrobatics check.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you could do athletics or acrobatics. My bad.
Yeah, the grappler must make an athletics. The person trying to avoid it can make either.
So 14 plus 1. It's either 0 or 1, depending on athletics or acrobatics. So.
Oh.
No, it would be your 15. And so she like lurches out to grab at you, and you sort of like twist your legs and just kick like a mule, and she just can't hang on to you, like you just kick out a few times, and you land one like kind of square in her forehead. It doesn't seem to like do much damage, but it definitely dazes her enough to bring us back to your turn.
All right. Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So 17.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
All right. 5.
Bloodied.
Oh my god.
What?
It's half health.
She's bloodied.
Oh,
Basically,
boy.
bloodied means that half of the hit points are gone.
Oh, okay. Well.
Good lord. We really needed our druid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start screaming Jared's name.
I definitely did not expect Jared to just say, fuck it, I'm not doing this at all. And
Thanks,
so,
Jared.
On top of Because originally the plan was to have you guys face a Marrow and a Sea Hag at the same time, and I took away the Marrow that was going to be with her because obviously, you're down Scraw. And, well, we can blame this all on Brian.
Just doing nothing while the rest of us are fighting, just like every other game we have.
And she is going to try and grab you again. You just lucked the fuck out, Wes. High or low?
Yeah?
Yeah, high or low?
Hi. Hi.
84. So here is what happens. So you're still in that same position, getting ready to just kick like a mule again, and she extends her horrible clawed hand to try and grab onto your ankle, and you just connect one swift boot to her throat. And with the natural 1 that I rolled for that athletics check, she lets go of the ladder, and that is a 60-foot fall.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Oh, let's see. 30. Oh, wow. That could be some.
Yeah. Hiram?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you go ahead and describe to me what this looks like?
So I kick her in the throat and I say, "Stay away, foul bitch." And I watch her plummet down, reaching, grasping, but not catching anything. And then she just falls. And I hear like a really, really gross like crunch of her spine. And I just see she's a heap.
Yeah, you're confident that it is dead now, for sure. By the way, y'all are welcome. That was definitely a freebie.
I'll take it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The dice definitely spoke, but there is literally no reason for me to knock her off of a 60-foot fall for a natural 1.
Well, thank you, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar.
Well, I mean, if you're using like the crit fumble table.
Right. And that's kind of why I figured that we'd roll the percentile. I was going to give you a 20% chance that it happened, and shit happened. So, Hiram, are you going to go and scoop up your buddy?
As
100%.
As the battle comes to a silence and Hiram's clinging to this ladder, looking down, probably panting as this lady's splattered on the rocks below, he hears a voice from above that says, "Have you found my treasure yet?"
Oh my god.
Of the tunnel. Fuck you! And I'm gonna climb down the ladder. We're out of initiative, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it's gonna be out for the remainder of an hour before he comes back with 1 hit point.
All right. I'm gonna climb down.
Do you know medicine, Hiram?
Medicine's
still a thing? Yeah, medicine.
Yeah, it is.
It says nothing about that on my features.
Oh boy.
Well, no, it'll be a skill.
It's a skill. Yeah. Guess who's proficient in medicine?
Oh my god.
Kit.
It
Of
is not
course.
one of my
Okay.
skills.
It's under your wisdom.
Oh, let's see. It's a 2, but it's not highlighted, so no.
I mean, you could still do it though. So you get over there and you find Kit. Kit looks normal, except for he's unconscious and breathing a little bit slowly, but it doesn't seem... why don't you go ahead and roll me a medicine check to see if you can do anything to aid him.
10 plus 2.
So you're confident that he's not dying, but beyond that, and just because this is a running theme, Love Lift Us Up Where We Belong starts playing in the background.
Yes.
As you skip him off the ground.
Joe Cockers. Yeah.
And I mean, you have no trouble bringing him up the ladder. Like even Hiram, who isn't very strong at all, like you can get him up and to Jared and
Wait. I'm not quite just gonna do that just rapidly. I'm going to grab him, sling him over my shoulder. Can I inspect the sea hag's body?
what?
Can I inspect the sea hag's body?
Sure.
Is there anything there?
Ew, by the way.
I mean, like, she's basically just wearing rags. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't seem like there's really anything of value on her.
No treasure for the scary monster lady. All right. Then yeah, I just
She
sling
lives
him
in
over
the
my
ship.
shoulder.
Okay, so I am going to just move you ahead anyway, even though you don't necessarily want me to, because Scraw is a druid, and as soon as you get him up there, he is going to heal Kit.
Yay!
Hold on. Let me roll and tell you what you get back. Kit, Cure Light, and let's just say Scraw has a wisdom of 3, so you get 7 hit points back.
Nice. And then immediately Kit's gonna like slap himself in the chest and dump another 10 into him, so he's back at 17.
Perfect.
What? What happened to the hag, lady, ugly thing?
She's dead.
And then Kit's gonna keep like looking around. I'm going to assume Ram's Rush is eating the body.
My friend, I am afraid to say that our valiant lizard fellow is no longer with us.
By the lady.
Hell's fire and brimstone. I hope we got something in his honor.
Wow.
Yeah, Kit's gonna like super side eye you.
Oh, what a tragedy it would be if he was to die in vain. You did check her ship, yes?
Kit just turns to stare at Hiram.
No,
You know,
Well,
no, I had to save Kit.
we've got plenty of time. You can go back down soon enough.
Oh, I'm going to go down, not you.
Kit could do it, I suppose. Whatever works.
yeah. Kit's gonna turn to Hiram and go, thank you.
You're
Maybe
most
you are
welcome.
savable.
And of course, you all should get at least 33% of our earnings.
Good sir, you get 0% of the haul today because, well, we risk ourselves, and some of us gave the ultimate sacrifice. You stayed up here, safe.
No, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're all a little rattled. Remember, without me, we wouldn't be able to haul all these things back with us.
So, yeah, at this point, Kit super does want to go back to the ship to give it a cursory once over. He doesn't really care about searching it super thoroughly, but he wants to perform some form of the lady's last rites ? Which, to
Okay,
be fair,
yeah.
he's going to just make up on the spot because he has no idea what those are.
So, Kit, when you get back onto this ship, you spend, I mean, I assume that you were super careful and, peeking around everywhere to make sure that there was no danger. You feel like things are probably relatively safe for being in a cave. When you get onto the ship, however, you can see that down in the hold, there is definitely a lot of stuff. Coins, various items and things like that. I mean, there is so much stuff.
Can I go down there after he goes?
Oh, now you want to go down there.
Kit marks a waypoint on his map to return later. No, I'm kidding.
So I just want to mention this so I don't forget or something, like we don't start bullshitting about something when we end. You guys are all going to go up to level 3 after this.
Mm-hmm.
And so just remember that when we end, you guys for next week can be leveled up. And I have a hell of a list of treasure on this boat for y'all.
Okay.
Now, I mean, we don't have to act all this out, but is there a way we can somehow sail the boat out of a tunnel or something and meet it outside, or we have to haul it up?
You definitely think that that this boat is still saleable. Well, you don't think that, but the people that can see this boat.
Are we just gonna pick up here the next episode, or you want to try and just?
I think that's a good place to stop. Yeah. I just want to get you guys the treasure list real quick.
Okay.
I'm sailing away. Get some sticks.
I want you to look at the items real quick because it's gonna make you laugh.
Oh my god.
Right?
I'm so salty.
Oh my hell.
You can't tell me that it wasn't worth it, though.
Second to last item is the best.
Oh, right?
God.
And I think we should stick to our guns that Jared gets none of the profits.
Yep. I will give Scraw something over Jared at this point. And Scraw was sleeping on us this whole time.
Hey, now, you woke up long enough to heal you.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I get something. Oh my god.
Dude.
Oh my god. Oh man.
That was way more intense than I thought it was going to be.
Could a warlock use that sorcerer item, or is that really just for sorcerers?
What sorcerer item?
The burning hand
The scroll.
Oh, yeah, you can use the scrolls. Anybody that can use magic can use a scroll.
Woo! Oh, okay. Well, then, you want to divvy up the goods next time, Kit?
Sounds good. Maybe we'll have some other people here to like grab stuff.
Right. But yeah, you guys 100% think that you could sail this ship out. Like, my intention was to give y'all a boat.
Nice.
Like, I 100% want to leave it open. Like, if y'all don't want to do the Icemore Trading Company thing anymore, okay, I don't care. Take this boat and go be pirates. Whatever. Like, I don't think that's necessarily up Kit's alley, but I know that Hiram and Jared would be down with being pirates.
Oh, good God.
Well, that's the end of that. That was a long episode. Like I said, as always, if you want to play, link to our Discord servers in the description. go to the Friday Caravan Game channel. Friday nights at 8 Central. 8 p.m. Central. See you guys.